Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High, and Yahushai, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And this video is going to be entitled, The Earth is Physical Hell. Okay, now in the Bible, when you see the reference to the word hell, it can mean one of three things, depending on the context. The one, it can mean the earth, right, physical hell. Two, it can mean the grave. And three, it can mean a condition of suffering. But one of the conditions that hell can be is the earth itself. Okay, the earth is the physical hell in the Bible. In fact, we're going to prove it real quick. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes. Bear with me a moment while I pull it up here. We'll go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and we're going to get verse 16. It says, "And moreover I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." Right, and what is that talking about? Let's read that one more time. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 16, it says, "Moreover I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." Right, and that's talking about the earth. Right, where we dwell, which is here in the physical realm, right, the earth. You know, this is the hell, right? This is where judgment takes place. Okay, you know, I mean, hell, anything can happen, man. You know, I remember I was watching on the news a month ago. You had this story that was out about this road rage, right, where this guy shot, you know, like a 6-year-old or something in the car, right? You know, tragic thing. But hey, you know, at the end of the day, we know that the Lord did that. Okay, what is that? That's Job 4 and 7. "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent." Right. So nobody who's perished was innocent, man. We all perished for a reason. Whether that might be you died in your sleep, right? Or you died in a terrible car accident, or you drowned, or, you know, fell from a height, you know, got something heavy dropped on you, you know, killed in road rage, you know, murdered, right? Or just died of, you know, old age, you know, all of that is judgment from the Lord, man. Okay? You know, the Lord is the one who has all this predetermined, right? Our lives are predetermined before we live them, right? We're just living it out. But, you know, the place where we suffer for our actions is here on the earth. Okay? This is the place where judgment takes place. And we just read that. So it's spiritual. I thought about that without even thinking about the verse, right? This is where judgment takes place, is here on the earth. It's not when you die. You don't go to hell and burn. That's what the Christian church teaches, but that's not true. Okay, when you die, and you can read this on your own, but when you die, whether you're good or wicked, you go to the spiritual world, and that's in the book of Job chapter 3. Job chapter 3, go ahead and read that on your own. The good and the wicked go to the spiritual realm. Okay, and you're in rest, you're in peace, right? But the place where you're going to be in torment is here on the earth, right here on the physical earth. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7. And we'll get verse 1. "A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth." Right, so, in fact, let me even get the rest. It says, "It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it in his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made bitter. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth. For it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools." Right, and what that's going into is, right, it's better for us to have this knowledge, right? Because we know these things, right? We know that this isn't the end-all be-all, right? Because you have a saying in the world, it's called, you know, YOLO, right? Which basically stands for what? You only live once. And that's not true, right? You don't only live once. Scripture say if a man dies, will he not live again? Right? We know that there is, truly a greater place to come, which is going to be here on the earth. It should be mentioned, right? Because this is the plane where everything takes place, right? Everything revolves around this world. Well, quite literally, by the way. Sun and the moon, stars, they all revolve around the world, right? The earth is the center of the universe, as we see here. The sun and the moon revolve around the world. Because the earth is the center of the universe, right? This is where all the action takes place, so to speak, right? The Most High is just controlling all the strings, right? The Lord is the puppet master. It's behind the stage, pulling all the strings, right? So, hey, look, if something bad happens to you, the Lord does that. If something good happens to you, the Lord does that, man. And that's why we all have to fear the Most High, right? Scriptures speak about fearing the Lord, because the Lord can do anything he wants, man. Okay, but right now, the Lord has put the world into the hands of the wicked. Let's even get that real quick. What is that? Job 9 and 24. Let's get that real quick. All right, bear with me. Okay, Job 9, verse 24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Oh, my God's on there talking about. Oh, well, that proves that is talking about these masks, right? These face diapers, as he calls them. Which, fair enough. If you want to say that, then you'd go ahead. But, hey, the Lord gave the earth into the hands of the wicked, right? That's why, what is that? Proverbs 29 and 2, right? When the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, right? And that's why everyone's mourning right now, because the Lord has given the dominion of the earth into the hands of the wicked, right? So, everything that's unrighteous is uplifted, here on the earth right now. Okay, but there's going to come a time where, that's going to be reversed, right? The roles are going to be reversed, where there's going to be a time of good. Okay, but first there has to be a time of evil. And that's in, what is that, 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter. Let's even get that real quick. Bear with me a moment. All right, 2nd Ezra 4, and verse 29. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good, right? So what is that talking about? It's talking about the dominion, right? The rulership of the wicked, right? The wicked have dominion over the earth right now, right? So the earth is hell. Okay, the earth is where judgment takes place, right? You're judged here on the earth. Okay, so the earth is hell according to the Bible. All right, so don't believe these Christians out there, talking about when you die, you go to a place that's called hell, and you burn there for your sins. That's not true. You're judged here on the earth. And that's why some children are born with deformities. Okay? In fact, let me get something real quick. Let's go to, what is that? I believe that's John the 9th chapter. Yeah, here we go. John chapter 9 and verse 1, it says, and as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man that was blind from his birth, and his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Right, so that goes into the topic of reincarnation. The apostles asked, why is this man blind? Did he sin and was punished by this, or did his parents sin and he was punished? The Lord answered and said, neither have this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. Right, so that man was made blind just so that the Lord could heal him to perform a miracle. But the point is still made, because the apostles asked, did this man sin to bring this on him, or did his parents sin? Right, so they wanted to know, why the evil came upon him. Right, so for other people, they sin, or their parents sin, so that's what makes them born with elements, right, with say, missing limbs, or, blind, paralyzed, or, things of that nature. Okay, the Lord, forms us all. Okay, so sometimes, we have to be punished for things that we've done in our past lives, or, things our parents done. Scriptures speak about punishing the children for the sins of their fathers, but that's another topic in itself. Um, anyway, I think that's gonna be the video there. Let me see. I might want to get one more. This is gonna be a little short video here, right? Not much really to even elaborate on. It's very simple. Let me see real quick. All right. Isaiah 24 and verse 4 says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left." And that's going into the destruction, but we're really in the beginning stages of that now, right? That's why they say that by 2050, there's going to be more plastic in the ocean than sea life. And you can look that up. That's why you have all this air pollution going on, right? The earth is defiled under the inhabitants of it, right? So the earth truly is the place where judgment is taking place, right? Hell, physical hell. But anyway, that's going to be the video there. I just wanted to, do that short lesson. I hope that was edifying, and I'm going to say shalom.